Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by today. It's more expensive to date in the Philippines than it is at home. Let's talk about that today. But I want to start out by saying that I want to make one thing absolutely clear. This is what we look like to a Filipina if we don't have money. That's every last one of us. I'm getting ahead of myself because we're going to talk about this on the live stream today. But right now, it's about us. It's not about them. It's crazy, right? I don't think anybody would argue with me that when you think about the Philippines in terms of finances, this is all we're talking about on this video, that you would think to yourself, it's less expensive over here than it is in my home country. It's one of the main reasons why people come here. This video is about me. All my videos are about me. Except when I was talking about the young man who got kidnapped. And let me say this real quick. Stop it, guys. You know, y'all showing y'all immaturity. This is a big, big story. Vloggers over here are going to cover that. It's one of the biggest stories that's hit over here. So if you expect vloggers not to make videos about it, not to look at it from different angles, you're only fooling yourself, man. Grow up, okay? Vlogging is what we do. But these stories are about me. My hope is that by me sharing my experiences with you, that you can relate and maybe I can help somebody. But when I first started coming over here to the Philippines, I'm talking about for years, I'd go home broke. And I think to myself, wow, I know it's less expensive over there. I can see it, the taxi rides. I can see, you know, the cost of movies and the food and the rent and everything. But I'd go home broke. Time after time again. One more attempt, one more failure, I'd go home broke. And it never occurred to me why. I'd blame all kinds of stuff. Well, I'm not going to eat out as much this time. I'm only going to stay in 2-star hotels this time. But I go home broke. So I just want to talk about some reasons why I was spending more money over here to date women than I do at home. Far more. And I believe you will too. If you're honest. Remember, we're men. We lie about every damn thing, guys, okay? But if you're coming over here, we know you're spending money. The reason I shared that picture was because these aren't in any order, but it's going to be the first thing I'm going to talk about. Somewhere deep down inside of you, you know why a 20 or 25-year-old woman is interested in a 65 and a 70-year-old man. You know it's money. Low self-esteem, guys, contributes to overspending. You know you're going to have to leave with your wallet to keep her interested, to keep her around. This is why we end up spending more on women over here than we do at home. Well, what do you mean leaving by your wallet? It's a lot of reasons for that. Okay, it's a lot of meanings behind that. But what else do a lot of us have to offer a 20 or 25-year-old woman, or even a 30-year-old woman at our age? So we have no budget for these women because we want to make them happy. Our budget with them is whatever I got, I'm going to spend it on you. I want you to be happy. I want you to stay with me. I don't want to hurt your feelings. So I'm never going to say no to you, but somewhere deep down inside, you know that money is what gets you in the door over here. And remember, we're not talking about the women. Okay? Something else that contributes to our overspending on dates and dating over here is we bring our Western thinking with us. Let's face it, that's all we're working with. We have no knowledge of their culture. Most of us aren't even interested in their culture. So we don't even know what constitutes a reasonable gift, for instance. if her birthday comes up, we buy something that we think we would buy over in America. We don't know what really makes her happy. So if you get engaged, let's make it engagement, because a lot of guys get engaged over here. We go out and buy these expensive engagement rings. Okay, we know nothing about the peso economy. We don't understand, okay, how much money we're really spending over here. I talk about the exchange calculator all the time, but it's really important. It plays into what we're doing over here. So you spend, in your mind, you think, okay, I'll spend $1,000. Because if you spend $1,000 on an engagement ring in America, they say you were cheap. But over here, man, that's a tremendous amount of money to spend on an engagement ring. But I'll give you another example. I took Marilyn shopping one time in Cebu. Going to all these fancy places in the mall, right? Not realizing Marilyn does her shopping at the Okai Okai. But remember, I know nothing about the women. I'm just trying to make them happy. Okay, it has a lot to do with my low self-esteem. She never wore any of that stuff, guys, I promise you. Maybe 1 or 2 polo shirts. But this is why we overspend. We bring our Western thinking with us over here. But that's all we have to work with. But it contributes to our overspending. Something else that contributes to our overspending over here, and why we spend so much over here on women than we do at home. Because I'm tired of people in my comments and in my live streams talking about, oh, the reason they don't date at home is because they're going to have to pay a bill. Oh, it's so expensive to take a woman out on a date. Okay. You guys are crazy, man. We think it's necessary. We think it's necessary to spend that kind of money. And that's why we do it. Like I said, we know somewhere deep inside that this woman here is interested in me only because of my money. We know that. I mean, this is a no-brainer. But I've got new people following my channel. According to YouTube, 56% of my viewers last month were new to my channel. Imagine that. So we got to talk about this. So money is something you can never talk enough about. Because we all come over here with the mindset that I'm going to spend less money in the Philippines. This is why we have these arguments about budgets. Because nobody ever includes the woman in their budget. That's why. Then some guys have women, some guys don't. Some guys have live-in, some guys don't. That's going to affect your budget, man, in a big way. Something else is when you pay for everything, all the time, every day, it contributes to you spending more on a woman over here than you would at home. You know, dating broke women is expensive. Now, I didn't say poor. I said broke. A lot of these women will work. Take them to your home country. You'll see they'll work. They're ambitious. Okay? But over here, a lot of times, there's no meaningful jobs. There's no jobs that's going to take them anywhere. I'm talking about the women we deal with. Not all women. And when you do that every single day, when you go to Baraka, you buy 2 plane tickets, 2 ferry tickets. When you eat at Jerry's Grill, you buy 2 meals. The whole 9 yards, it starts adding up. It gets really, really expensive. And this is why we end up spending more over here, period, than we do at home. I heard Angelo Habib say, he said, man, I'm spending the same amount of money here than I am in my country. I know you are. You're not surprising me. Most of us will end up spending more. It's because of us, though. You can't blame the woman. Because, you know, the only thing I would say about how women contribute to this argument about whether you're going to spend money, they've grown to expect more. They see it all on the videos. You know, we parade them around. We brag about how much money we spend on women over here. It's just something, I guess, that men do. We parade the trophy girlfriend or wife around. And people are watching our channels now. More Filipinos are watching my channel than ever before. They're certainly watching the Filipino vloggers. And all the money they're getting lavish with gifts and everything. So they come to expect that kind of treatment. Okay? But this is just some things. I mean, we could go on, and I will add some more stuff on my live stream later if you want to join me on that. Because this is what you look like. Okay? Don't be confused about that, guys. You know, one thing I'm going to tell you about men, and this comes from the experts, the psychologists, is we overinflate our attractiveness and our desirability. If you tell a man that the only reason that woman's with you is because of your money, they're going to argue. They're going to push back. Oh, that's not me. This is you, dude. I don't care how good you look. I don't care how fancy your clothes you got. If you broke, this is what you look like to women over here. And somebody's going to say, oh, it's like that with all women. Well, I can't speak for all women. I'm not dating all women. I'm dating Filipinos. This is what you look like. So some of the things that we can do to stop overspending, man. Get to know the culture. Get to know the woman, man. What's she really like? Does she really want to go to that fancy-ass American restaurant you're going to take her to? Marlon don't like TGI Fridays, man. There's nothing on that menu that she orders there. Yeah, the same thing over and over. Those chicken wings. They cost you 1,000 pesos for 6 or 8 wings or something like that. That's not what she wants. So I end up overspending. I don't know the way. That's number one. Know them. Know their culture, man. Number two is set a budget on how much you're going to spend on this woman. Because when you find out about her, you're going to find out that the job she had, maybe she was earning $10,000. Well, that's your budget. Okay? That's all I'm saying. You can't put a price on love anyway when you go buying them expensive engagement rings, because you don't know anything about the culture. You don't know anything about her. You don't know the struggle over here. The minute you get on the plane to go back over there, she's going to find that out of necessity. Okay, guys? So if you're in America, if you're in the Philippines, wherever you are, find in your heart to help somebody. I was finally able to spin the wheel last night. The person hasn't come forward, but that doesn't mean anything. If they don't come forward in a day or two, I just give the money away. I've gotten to the point where if I'm at Save More and the person behind me, I just say, hey, put 500 on their bill and give them the change. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people, we help ourselves. Take care. They say, stay out of trouble, I'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid. You're not Rico Suave over here. This is who you are. You want me to show you again? Stop overinflating your attractiveness and your desirability. They don't need that over here. They don't need that. The only reason that woman is with you is because of your money. What we're trying to do, because that's a no-brainer, is to spend less money. That's what I'm trying to help you do. But this is you. This is every last one of us if you come over here broke. It's what you look like. Take care.